You ever feel something so true, so certain, that your chest aches with conviction, only to have a single thought quietly creep in, whispering, "What if it's not real?" That whisper can feel like betrayal, like your mind is turning against you. Suddenly, the very thing that gave you hope or meaning feels fragile, almost imaginary. Faith and doubt, two sides of the same coin. One promises certainty, the other demands questioning, and almost nobody tells you that they live together. That doubt is not the enemy of faith, but perhaps its quiet companion. Our brains crave certainty, and yet notice uncertainty. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance, the uncomfortable tension between what we know and what we fear might be true. It's that tension that keeps us awake at 2 a.m., reflecting on thoughts we thought we understood. And in that tension, doubt creeps in, uninvited, but unavoidable. Faith isn't just an idea, it's identity. When we commit to belief, we commit a part of ourselves. Doubt feels like a crack in that foundation. It's not just a question about God, purpose, or meaning, it's a question about us. And here's something almost nobody tells you. Doubt isn't proof that your faith is weak. In fact, it might be proof that your faith is alive. Kierkegaard once said, "Faith begins precisely where doubt refuses to leave." That unrest is not failure. It's a signal asking, do you truly understand what you believe? Consider a man who prays nightly without question. One evening, he reads a single line. "Why do I pray if the universe does not answer?" That one question shakes his certainty. He feels panic and confusion, but his mind is doing something extraordinary, examining, testing, and deepening the belief he thought was fixed. Or a woman who has always trusted the goodness of people. One betrayal shakes her worldview, and everything she once held sacred feels uncertain. She could retreat into cynicism, abandoning faith entirely, or she could allow doubt to sit beside her, asking difficult questions and gently reconstructing belief based on lived experience. That hesitation is where wisdom is born. Psychologically, this tension is protective. Doubt helps detect contradictions, prevent mistakes, and avoid blind trust. Faith provides emotional stability and buffers against existential anxiety. Together, they form a delicate balance. Too much doubt paralyzes, too much faith blinds. Here's a truth many overlook. Doubt and faith are not enemies, they are dance partners. Faith without doubt can become rigid and dogmatic. Doubt without faith becomes paralyzing and empty. But together, they create a space where questions are safe and belief is lived, not assumed. Philosophers have long acknowledged this. Kierkegaard emphasized that doubt tests faith. Rumi saw uncertainty as a source of longing and love. Even existential thinkers argued that doubt and absurdity coexist with the search for meaning. Doubt is not a flaw, it's a portal. It forces engagement, reflection, and a deeper understanding of values. So, how do you live with this tension? Psychology offers gentle guidance. Notice doubt without judgment. Ask honest questions, and integrate reflections instead of suppressing them. Each small act reduces fear, builds resilience, and strengthens trust between your mind and beliefs. Faith becomes alive, dynamic, and robust precisely when it survives doubt. It is no longer inherited, automatic, or unquestioned. Doubt no longer feels like betrayal, it feels like conversation. You are not a weak believer because you question. You are an engaged thinker, a conscious participant in your own story. When you bring this awareness into daily life, subtle transformation occurs. Decisions become deliberate, emotional responses tempered, and moments of awe more profound. Faith does not demand absolute certainty. Doubt does not demand abandonment. Both are threads in the fabric of a fully lived human experience. The next time doubt visits, that quiet, unsettling thought, instead of pushing it away, listen. reflect. Notice how your faith responds. Often, the most profound understanding emerges not from certainty, but from the courage to ask, what if I'm wrong? And what if I'm not? And so I leave you with this question. Where in your life are you holding beliefs too tightly, afraid to let doubt enter? And what might happen if you allowed curiosity to breathe alongside your faith?